Hello to the side and back, my name is Tokiko Uzuru, also known as Toki, and in today's video I will be talking about the evolution of whatever magical / witchcraft practice you decide to go on. Specifically, I will be giving you examples of how mine changed from when I started doing research up to now. Now, just for references, I've only been practicing for like 2.5 years. But even within those 2.5 years, there are things that have drastically changed about my practice. Two things, however, that have not changed is my obsession with fire and tea. The whole point of this video is to show you that nothing is ever set in stone when it comes to your spiritual practice or whatever magical practice you decide to do. So even just labeling yourself when you start your doing research about whatever practice you want to go into is not really necessary until you figured out what works best for you, what worked best for you at the time versus what works best for you now, what might work for other people but doesn't really work for you. Like, I personally cannot sit still and meditate. I can't. I just can't. But as I furthered my education when it comes to my magical practice and everything that goes into it, and then with the newfound knowledge, I would try my best to incorporate it further into my practice, or possibly take something out that is not serving me. What does your practice mean? What are you practicing? Why are you practicing it? The way I think about my practice is a psychological / magical way to heal emotional and mental wounds, as well as put myself on the best path possible for me and my well-being. I specifically remember one thing that I used to do would be wake up and listen to a 10 or 20 minute guided meditation. My main problem with that was that I would also have the chance of falling asleep or going back to sleep. But like now, I stretch. I put on music, like whatever playlist I decide, and I go ahead and stretch my body however I see fit. Typically, it stays around the same moves every time, so I can tell whether I'm actually getting better. But maybe I have more focus on one particular move, and everything else has like the normal amount of time I would give it. Another thing that changed in my practice is actually the use of fire. And overall, how I see chaotic / negative / not so helpful energy. Typically, unless you're talking about like gremlin energy, when you hear someone say chaotic energy or a chaotic being, you think negatively of it. And for me, chaos is not negative. It's high energy, it's spastic, and it's not easily controlled. I originally wanted to be the of love and light witches, so I can show people that being a witch is not as negative as they would think it is. However, that's just not my style. And I slowly realized that and decided, you know what, I'm not gonna try to be something I'm not. I used to use my necklace as a pendulum for like divination and stuff, and now I actually use tarot cards. And I'm honestly getting better at reading tarot cards. But I believe that the most telling thing that says my path has changed drastically is what I'm thinking of. What I would classify as success, or more of a mental change, like a redirectory. There were specific outcomes that I wanted to happen, and I just didn't know exactly how I wanted it to happen, or even why I wanted it to happen. Like, I thought I knew why, but like sitting down and thinking about it for myself, slowing down actually, helped me to understand like the root reason why I wanted the things that I did. And once I've gotten past that, I start thinking, okay, so how do we get to feeling like we don't need it now while still keeping it in mind? So I started working more on the deeper meaning, the deeper reasons on why I wanted the things. Like, what was I feeling at the time that I wanted the things? But I believe the fun thing about my specific evolution when it comes to witchcraft as a practice is actually how it paralleled with my channel, like this YouTube channel. With the changes in my practice and me like not practicing actively for a good few months because I felt drained, I tried to learn how to create a balance between my YouTube stuff, or like real life stuff, and my spiritual / witchcraft magical practice. As I said at the beginning of the video, the way I look at my witchcraft / magical spiritual practice is to evolve as a person and to better myself to deal with all of the things that the world has to offer / throw at me. My suggestion to those who are just beginning their path, or those who have been here for a good while, is to think why. Like, shadow work prompt, I guess. Why are you choosing this path? What has helped you? And what isn't helping you that you're still holding on to? And if none of that actually got to you, I'm making this video as an excuse to say, let's go through our stuff before the holiday season starts so we have enough room to put the stuff that we get from said holidays. And that is all for today's video. I did most of that video without an actual outline. I had an outline here of like how my path evolved and the parallels of how my spiritual path as a witch evolved, and how my YouTube, well, how I dealt with my YouTube videos evolved. In any case, time for me to do the stereotypical YouTuber outro, where I, as a stereotypical YouTuber, would ask you to do the following. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it. Subscribe for more videos where I talk about things that are of the paranormal, spiritual, occultist / my lifestyle things. Comment down below any type of questions, comments, concerns, or ideas for future videos that you have. And pretty much any type of interaction will help boost my video to help other people see it. So if you want more people to see this video, you can go ahead and interact with it how you see fit. And that is about it. My name is Tokika Uzuru, also known as Toki, and this is Toki saying Toki out.